Hello, welcome back. It's Laura at Hyperstamper. I really love the cover of this antique book called The Valley of the Giants, a 1918 book. And I love the orange and olive greens in here and these giant trees. And I didn't realize how giant they were until I was working on the cover and noticed this little teeny tiny horse and gentleman here. Look at the perspective now. Isn't that amazing? I love it. Those, you can jump right into the image. I added some nice ribbons and fabrics here down the side to match the cover, and some lovely trims all throughout here. And the book is completely intact. So let me show you the wonderful antique and vintage pages throughout the entire journal. There's no digitals or commercial products in here at all. I've got dozens of inserts, pockets, tuck spots, all kinds of fun things I want to show you before I put it in my Etsy shop at hyperstamper.etsy.com. So let's get started. I always use the original first pages of the book. This here is a stamp that somebody who owned the book had made. They probably put it in all of their books, and the last name was French, his library, and they chose a skull and crossbones. Maybe they liked pirate books or mysteries or adventure books. So that's kind of cool. This is the original first page. You can see some water damage here, which I think is really cool because it's also ripply on the front cover there. So somebody must have dropped it in the tub or into a lake. It's just really neat. The first pages of the book. Again, here we've got our first title page, and you can see where the water has come up through the original plate and transferred this beautiful color from the ink seeping through on the other side. Look at this first plate. It's absolutely stunning and would look amazing under glass, maybe in an antique frame. The Valley of the Giants there. And over here from 1937, a little image of two little mice. Looks like they're giving each other a little kiss. 1950s original bingo card, and a flinch card from the 30s, number 3. I can swap the numbers out. When you purchase my journals, I can swap anything out or add a few pieces, something you might be interested in. This journal here is, under $60 US, and it's just ridiculously good price. So let me show you. This is a popular photography page from 1941. So during the war, all kinds of interesting facts about photography from back in the day. And during the war as well, they put out these collector's cards. And this one here actually has some value. You can check that out on eBay or Etsy. I've checked it out myself. It's probably worth about $10 US there. Another page from my 1955 stamp collector's book. And this is a brand new yet very old hanky that was never purchased. It was, when I received the box of hundreds of these hankies years ago, they were still in their original packaging. So it's brand new, yet it's about 65 years old. So that's very cool. Freckles from 1904, and Dudley Duck from the 1940s children's book. There's an original page from this book. It's blank on both sides. You can journal all over that, and on this vintage school book paper. This is from the 50s here. Up One Pair of Stairs. Lovely little poem here that you will enjoy. And I made this tag here out of a vintage newspaper advertisement on stamp collecting. And then down here we've got a sweet little children's book page as well. 1950s Pearl Shop receipt, a vintage playing card from a deck with Prince Edward on it. And this is another one of these fabulous Connie Francis doll cutouts. You can tell that the mom maybe helped the little girl cut this out because it is done so well. Very well fussy cutted. This is one of my favorite envelopes of all time. This is from 1906. This was gifted to me by Paige from New Mexico, and I put in a little advertisement in here, a really fun one from the 1890s. And then we've got, look at the work on the envelope there. Can you see that? The number 2, this rural route. I love it. It's from, and it was sent to Mr. A. Port in Huntingdon. That's so cool. 1906. Yeah, great postage mark. It's just fabulous. It's everything you want in an antique envelope. Little children's book page here. This is a hand-typed news article that was put into, let's see here, Paris, 1893. I love the red ink on there. The old typewriters, ribbons. And that is a great stamp and envelope corner there from 1938. And one of Hogarth's etchings here from 1856. And then in here we've got this gorgeous 1906 postcard on glossy with the gold gilding on there with sincere wishes. And the only thing that's on the back of this one is it's from Lottie to Joe. Isn't that great? So it's a little love card. I think it's exquisite. I really do. And that also has some value. You can check that out as well. And this is a vintage Wildflowers of America book from the yellow flower section. And this is from the 70s that somebody picked up at the Park Plaza Hotel. And I love that there's a little coffee stain there. So my guess is somebody had their cup of coffee at the hotel and they took this home as a souvenir. I just love that so much. And then these are just some really great journaling bits. Here, some blank pages, that's from 1955. This is from the 40s here, Henny Penny. And then this is a great photograph here. It looks like he might be a Cub Scout leader by the hat, but they went on a little fishing outing there. And that's their catch of the day, 1949. So those are all really fun pieces. And that's a pocket from 1933 Girls Own Annual. Okay, there we go. And this is early 1900s, the Billy Whiskers book that I've been using this week in my journals. Look at that illustration, how great. Look at these, the goat's got a little shoe here, chewing on shoes. And this here is a little pocket I made using a 1904 Currier and Ives plate book. And this is a plate that says single. So this gentleman here is thinking about being single. And then that is a vintage Birds of America page there on water birds, both sides. This is a botanical or a vintage garden and botanical book page, a double wrap. And then this is really cool. It's very brittle, but you can use it for all kinds of fun things in your junk journaling. You can cut each of these up, but it's a little Boy Scout flag, how to do their flags. Isn't that neat? Signals using flags. I love it. And that's mounted on top of a 1940s Theodore Arts magazine page. And then this is from 1922. I don't have many of these left. This is an original, The Child's Garden of Verses. Beautiful little poems here. Look at that great king on a horse there. Just fabulous. More children's book pages here. Oh, look at the cherry blossoms here. Now this pocket I made out of a vintage doily, and this is a wonderful, it says here, non-twist tape made in England that's over 100 years old. And you can, if you wanted, undo that. Use this tape. It's actually fabric. It's just lovely chocolate brown color, and you could use that as an embellishment. Look how beautiful that is. Love it. And that also has quite a bit of value. So yeah, you're doing good here with your inserts. 1950s Raggedy Ann and Andy book page, a 1940s Theater Arts full huge page there to have fun with. You can turn it into signature pages. You can turn it into tags or clusters. I made this little page here out of a 1940s book. And this is a 1927 needlework book. Look at how, oh, I wish you could feel how lovely and smooth thick these pages are. This is a 1962 ledger book page. Keep the Heart Singing. And this is a In Search of Ireland page from the early 1900s. And look at this one, says Fair Day. So they're all going to take their food and their farm produce and wares to the fair. And you can see it can't be Ireland without a cart full of potatoes right there. That's very neat. And more of these beautiful flip sides of the pages. This is cool. This was the box side of a box of a set of double playing cards, and I turned it into a pocket using this 1890s image. And then this is just really cool. This is a vintage piece here that fell out of a cookbook, the Toll House Cookie Tort. I would eat that in a heartbeat. So these are all, oh my gosh, Toll House, Betty Crocker cake. Oh my gosh, yum. Now I'm hungry. Now I want cake. It can't be good. With the Raggedy Ann full color there. Did some stamping on that paper. And this is a vintage gardening book page. More children's wonderful images here from the 40s. This is an early 1900s handwritten thesis page. And then this is really cool. This is from 1937. And that was in a history book, Discovery and Exploration. That is Magellan's route. The awesome and very popular explorer Magellan. And then that is from 1950, that pocket there. And this is just a little fun little piece that you can journal on. That came from an antique book. There's her saddle there and her outfit to ride her horses on. And a 1937 5-year diary page. And again, I can swap that out for any date that you like. If I have it, it is yours. You just let me know at checkout on my Etsy shop, hyperstamper.etsy.com. And this is the spine of an antique book, Caribou Arithmetic. Isn't that cool? I just love the font and the number there. This is from that same photography book from the 40s that I've been using, and I love it. Look at the old cameras. They were modern in the day, of course, but look at these photographs. They're just adorable. This is my favorite one here. Isn't that wonderful? It's, I love that. Love, love, love it. So if you like photography, that's a really cool piece there. And that's the end. So I hope you love it as much as I loved making it. You can find this and some of my other journals at hyperstamper.etsy.com. If you have any questions, my email's below. Don't forget to subscribe, leave me a comment, and come back soon. Bye for now.